I'm going to use 4 separate methods in order to show you how to analyze this data, and that's using SUMIFS in a range, SUMIFS in a table, then a pivot table, and then lastly, dynamic arrays. So let's jump into the video. I want to do a simple analysis that I think most of you would be able to do by yourself, which is I want to sum the flow based on the particular month. The first method I might use is a SUMIFS in a range format by taking the totalized flow and using the month as a criteria. I'd lock the cells to make sure the formula works when I dragged it down. The second method would use SUMIFS in a table format. So if I made my data a table and called it data, when I use the SUMIFS formula, you'll see a structured reference instead of a range reference. In the third method, I could make my data into a pivot table, and I would remove the chart because we don't need that for now, and I'd drag the totalized flow into the values field and the month into the rows field. In the last method, I'll use the unique function to pick up all of my month values in my data set. They will spill into this blue box called the spilled range. I'd still use my SUMIFS formula, but I will use a hash symbol to pick up all of the months in the spilled range. If I make these all into graphs and I add the next month's worth of data on, you can see that the dynamic array picked up that last month, whereas the others didn't. If you want to pick up the new data for the pivot table as well, all you have to do is click refresh. And there you have it, 4 different methods for solving the exact same problem. And this is where people get caught up in Excel because there are so many different ways to do the exact same thing. I get it. You might be asking now, well, which way was the correct method? Personally, I don't like using method 1 because it's a bit more prone to errors. Method 2 is great, and if I was just doing a one-off analysis, that's what I would use most of the time. If I had new data coming in though, I would use methods 3 or method 4 because they can get updated really quickly and really easily. Well, that's the video. Thanks very much for joining me. If you liked it, leave a comment or a like, or depending on what platform you're on, follow me or subscribe to my videos. Thanks very much. I'll see you next time.